disasters.
That
Prepared, yep. URI and Harvey.
Yeah.
My Lord.
And when they happen, were you prepared?
No.
Most people weren't. It's no shame. So my history for the last 8 years, I've been an insurance adjuster. And 9 out of 10 people that I go to their house, they tell me they don't understand their insurance policy. And that just wore on me and wore on me and wore on me. And the Lord kept telling me, I want you to help people.
Yeah.
So I have basically switched sides, and I now have a new ministry where I teach people how to understand their insurance policy in our own language. I mean, not all that fancy 100-page insurance policy, but in ways we can understand. And so I'm gonna keep it brief today. So what happened? Let me tell you 2 things that happened. How this all got started. I was at the dentist, and my dentist is an executive and a host at KCOH. So while he's in my mouth giving me a root canal, he's asking me all this stuff about insurance. He said, "Man, you really know this stuff. Will you come on my radio show?"
Yeah.
So he said, "Yeah, just come on for 10 minutes and talk about insurance, and that'll be it." Well, that 10 minutes lasted an hour and a half because so many people called in, and then they brought me back again for 10 minutes, and that was another hour and a half. And,
Wow.
and I was giving out this information, but I wasn't giving people any solutions. So I said, okay, I got to create a website, and I started recording videos, and all of this came into this company called HomeSure Insurance Advisors. And what we do, and most everything we do is the teaching is for free. You go to our website, you learn when to file a claim, how to file a claim, how to prepare. That's what I'm going to talk to you today. It is about disaster preparedness just a little bit. So there was 2 articles in the Chronicle this week that really got my attention and made me want to go and tell it from the mountain. I mean, first person I called was Bishop. I'm like, man, I just got to talk about this. So one was a story where ERCOT is predicting another URI in 2025. And the other was a story about Sylvester Turner, our U.S. congressman now, having disaster preparedness as part of his platform. So that's what this presentation is going to be about. It's going to be pretty quick, 5 minutes, and I'll be out. I think I got it. I have it. So that's the name of my company. And again, I've gotten every certification you can name in the insurance business. So I know that I'm highly qualified to talk about this. One of the things I always say is I read on the 3rd grade level, so I can explain insurance on the 3rd grade level. I mean, just keep it real. I mean, I want us to understand it. So again, I found this Bible verse, Proverbs 27:12.
Come on.
The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going. They pay the penalty.
Wow.
There's a huge penalty for not being able to understand your insurance policy. And I'll get into some specifics, but I'm going to tell you, it hurts my heart to deny somebody.
Come on.
I mean, I'm going to tell you about your adjuster when they come out to the house. Your adjuster is like a paid commission salesperson. The more damage I write, the more money I make. I am not out there not to pay you. But the damage has to be from certain conditions. There's 3 things that denote that you have an insurance claim.
Okay.
You have to have sudden, accidental damage. If a tree falls in your backyard, it doesn't cause any damage. It could have been sudden, it could have been accidental, but if there's no damage, no claim. And one of the things we have to understand is, when do we call in a claim, when do we not? So you got to know your deductible. Your deductible is, what is your part of the loss you pay before the insurance kicks in? And I contend that if your deductible is $4,000 and the damage is going to cost $5,000, yeah, that's $1,000, and yeah, you might get that $1,000. But if you're paying $250 more per month moving forward, did you really win? No. Okay? So we got to know these things. And again, on my website, and I'll get to the end and I'll show you some things that I don't sell any insurance. I I'm not a public adjuster. I have a couple things I offer if you need it, but everything on my website is totally informative. It'll teach you everything you know, and as I move forward month to month, I'm adding more. Like this morning at 3 o'clock, the Lord told me, hey, make a video about the 5 things that people call in claim for that they shouldn't. I mean, so it's already in my notes. It'll be up probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. So one of the things that Sylvester Turner, in his policies that he's taken to DC, is disaster preparedness.
All right.
Come on.
Okay? And that's going to help us here. He's doing it on a legislative level. I want Houston to know I am here to educate the city. I was talking to Bishop in his office, and one of the things I did when I first started this, I call it a ministry. I emailed every super neighborhood and every civic club offering to come and have this speech to them or talk to them. Y'all know how many people responded? 0. Only about 15% even opened my email. But we're not undaunted. We're going to keep on going. We're going to get this message out because, again, when I show you a few things of what happened to people during URI, you're going to understand why this is so important. Again, wisdom is important. We got to seek it. It's not going to jump out at us. And I'm going to tell you something about this insurance thing. People don't know it, but they won't admit it. I mean, again, I talk to people all the time like, man, you can call me, and my friends do call me, but it's not something we're not really looking for this information until something happens. Now watch the news in a different type of way and see what people, when there's a fire, people like, man, I wish I would have, or I mean, this is so, I remember this during Hurricane Helene. There was a lady who, her house flooded, and she was extolling the fact that it had never happened again, but the ocean is 20 yards from your house, so you don't have any flood. I mean, yeah, it might not have happened, but the ocean is right in your backyard. So again, we have got to get prepared. That's basically what I'm saying here. This is all about preparedness. All right, so this is what you can do today to protect yourself.
All right.
Okay, the first line in the insurance policy states, it is the insured's responsibility to prove your loss. Not the adjuster, yours. How do you do it? How about we take some pictures? Not selfies, not of what I ate. I want pictures of the front, the right, the rear, the back, the roof, go in every room, corner to corner, and take pictures and put it in the cloud. Because you can't predict, remember, a claim is sudden accidental damage. That means you can't predict it.
That's right.
So you can't do it once it happens, but if you're like in Harvey, and you're living in a shelter because your house is flooded or whatever, and you got your pictures, oh my God, you're going to have this sense of relief because I can prove, again, insurance, the states, it's the insured's responsibility to prove your loss. What if your house burns down to the ground where this is the footprint of your house? All I see is the foundation.
Come on.
Now, do you want me estimating what you used to have? Or do you want to show me pictures of your jacuzzi, pictures of your nice kitchen cabinets, or whatever you got?
Yeah.
And also, inventory your home.
Yeah.
Inventory what you have. I mean, and this is just a little side note, I don't think it's in my notes, but in terms of personal property, you might have $150,000 worth of personal property coverage.
Yeah.
But then there are certain things that have special limits. I'll talk to you about a couple. Jewelry. You can own as much jewelry as you want, but if you don't have a rider on it, the most you're going to get is around $1,500 per claim. You can keep $1 million in cash in your home. If you don't have a rider on that, you get $500,
My God.
and they will keep it moving. Artwork, computer. I mean, guns is $2,500, so you know who wrote the rules. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I mean, but these are all things that we can alleviate by paying attention. So all I do, again, I don't sell insurance. What I do is equip you with the knowledge to go to your agent and ask the right questions. Not let them just tell you something.
Yeah.
So again, that's that. I'm gonna keep this as short as I can. All right. So this was the article in the Chronicle about ERCOT predicting another URI. Okay. So this is how coverage works. And Pitt, I'll make sure the church has this presentation so you can pass it out.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, y'all, call me Bishop, excuse me.
You good.
So let's use just a general home. Let's say the house is $250,000.
Okay.
You might have a $250,000 policy on your home, which is good, okay? But oftentimes in insurance, that $250 is for what's called a total loss. Like if you have a fire,
Yes.
or it comes down some kind of way. But if you have a water loss, there's oftentimes something called a water sublimit. And that might say, in the case of water damage, you got $10,000 worth of coverage. Then in your back of your mind, if you don't read this, you think, man, I got $200. If it happens, so say there's a leak upstairs, water flows down, there's water, you come home, water's everywhere. You call a water mitigation company, they come out there, stop the leak, start cleaning stuff up, they got the fans and the humidifiers and all that going, and then you call your insurance company, and then you get the bill for $20,000 from the water mitigation company, and you find out you only had $10,000 worth of water coverage. And you haven't even rebuilt your home yet.
Wow.
These are the things that we uncover in what I call my policy review. So I'll get to that.
Yes.
So what I do is I do a policy review. I don't care if it's 100 pages, 200 pages. I will look at that policy, go through it thoroughly. And anybody know what a cliff note is? All right, anybody know what cliff notes is? I will give you a cliff note version of your policy, a couple pages saying, this is the coverages you have.
Wow.
This is what I think, based on us talking, what I think you should upgrade, or at least have a conversation with your agent about. And I'm going to do that on a Zoom call. So you get the written policy breakdown, and you get a Zoom call where we can go over it. Now, I'm going to be charging $250 for this. Right now, my website is listed at $100.
Wow.
Because of the bishop and prophetess, I do it for $50. This is not a money grab for me. This is really something for my time, because it's going to take a lot of time, but I want people to know what they got.
That's right.
This is so important.
Yeah.
Please do not, again, on my website is instructions how to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
But again, first thing is take nothing else from what I say today, take pictures.
Yes.
Put them in the cloud. If you lose your phone, let it be in the cloud. Google Photos, wherever. And also, take pictures of what you own. Your clothing, your furniture, everything. You got a jacuzzi, anything, and also the receipts.
Yes.
That right there, if nothing else happens, you will be miles ahead. Because just remember what it felt like during Harvey. Remember what it felt like during URI. And again, I saw so many claims denied
My God.
for one reason, and that's the water sublimit. And you read the policy, you can't see. Regular person just, I got $250 worth of coverage. Yeah, if the house burns down, what's more likely to happen? A leak or the house burned down?
There you go.
Insurance companies know that. And nobody else is talking about it. But again, I can look at a policy
Yes.
and go right through it. Let me tell you about a lady named Angie. I did a policy review for her. I saved her $1,950 a year. She had a coverage called a matching siding coverage. This is the last thing I'll talk about. If say the front of the house got damaged, and the house is brick, okay?
Yeah.
If the front got damaged, they would replace the sides to match, because matching is not a part of insurance. The insurance policy says the insurance company has the right to repair or replace at their discretion. When you say, I didn't get a new roof, they just fixed it. But if you read the policy, it states they have the right to repair or replace. But anyway, so this lady, she's got a brick house, and she paid $1,950 in case the front gets damaged and she gets the side fixed. Well, I advised her, and I think this happened in this month, to cancel that coverage. Now, she lives really close to a creek,
Yeah.
has no flood insurance. We're taking that $1,950 and buying flood insurance.
Come on.
And she's already spending the money.
Right.
I mean, so we're gonna put it somewhere where it's
Yeah.
more likely to happen. And that's what I can do in my policy review with my experience. I mean, again, yeah, I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but the good Lord has really blessed me with understanding insurance. And again, being able to explain it. Most of my insurers will always tell us, man, I learned more in 30 minutes than I've ever known in my life.
Right.
And, I thank God for that, because, He has blessed me with the ability in this area. I'm not smart at a lot of things, but lean on me. Go to my website. It's HSI-advisors. So right now I got a bunch of videos that are being added to the website. We got Instagram, we got Facebook. I would appreciate a like and
Yes.
follow us, because I'm adding videos like that one I talked about, 5 reasons why people call in claims unnecessarily. Because calling in claims raises your premium. There are people that their air conditioner's out, they call in a claim. Or the lights went out and the food spoiled, they call in a claim and not realize that a policy, you have to understand whether the outage is on your property or if it's citywide. If it's a citywide outage, there's no insurance coverage for that, because insurance is what happens at your house.
Yeah.
The power's out everywhere. It's not at your house. It's just so these are little things that I know on the back of my hand that I can help people with. And so I got to correct something that Bishop said. He said, "Get my phone number." I am not callable. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I am not a random person. I have a calendar. Go to my website, set up a meeting.
Yes.
That's how I operate. I mean, my phone can be ringing all day long. I'm just looking at it. Whoop. So anyway, just being 100% transparent.
Yes.
So anyway, like I say, the church will have these slides. I'll make sure they have it. They can disseminate it how they want. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.